Hi and welcome to this week's episode of JPTV. This week I wanted to speak to landlords about something that has happened in our office. So we've got a situation with the tenant where they've moved out of the property and there's various maintenance that needs to be done. Now this tenant has agreed on certain costs being deducted from their deposit. However, when it's come to the point that their deposit is due to be returned and we've gone into the system on the deposit protection software to return it, they've actually raised a dispute. So what we did was we contacted the disputes people just to ask if they have already made an agreement and we have that agreement in writing, what happens next, because we've never ever dealt with this situation before. Usually if a tenant agrees that they're happy with a deduction from their deposit, it usually goes pretty smoothly. So what the deposit protection people informed us was that we still need to go ahead with the dispute and we need to provide all of our evidence. So what I would advise is that if this does happen to you and somebody does go to agree to you making deductions from their deposit, make sure that you get it in writing, because what we will do is we will submit that email and the fact that he's agreed those costs to be taken from his deposit as part of our evidence, and we are hoping that it will of course help our side of the case. So it is a little strange because we have had the conversation on the telephone and he did agree to these deductions, but then he has raised a dispute without having a conversation with us, so he's obviously changed his mind at a later date. So do be aware of this and also ensure and know that you will still have to go through the whole disputes process. That's all for this week and I'll speak to you next week.